In this video I'm gonna show you how to stop weapon clipping in your game. This method doesn't use any shaders or extra cameras or another view layer and sub-view boxes. This is just way simpler. So what we're gonna do is go to the camera node and add a spring arm 3D. And I'm also starting with a default first person controller, of course. And if you haven't already, add the camera. And as a child of that, add a node, and as a child of that, add your weapon. You can also skip this middle node if you're only gonna use one weapon. But if you want multiple weapons in your game, multiple guns, this is useful because then you can just add a bunch of new weapons as a child of that. So what you want to do is put the spring arm as a child of the camera and put the hand as a child of the spring arm. It's gonna look something like this. The spring arm is now positioned this way. You need to rotate it. So first I'm gonna reset the position and the rotation of the hand. And the AK is already the default position. I rotate the spring arm. Then for the AK, or there's whatever gun you want to position it slightly below its default axis, so that it looks like the spring arm is coming straight out of the barrel. Something like this. And it's gonna look a little bit weird here in the editor, but when you're in game it's gonna pull forward. Position it a bit to the back. And then for other rotations you want to use the spring arm. I always put it a bit to the sides, below, rotate it a little bit up. And yeah, this just comes down to your own personal preference, I guess. But when you're all set and done, you need to edit the spring arm again. And at the collision shape you want a sphere, because it's gonna be colliding with walls. And a sphere just glides right over it. I put the length usually for a gun this size at 0.8. The radius of the sphere will be a little bit too big, so 0.35 for example, but this just you need to edit it yourself and see what feels right in your own game. And once you're all set and done, we can test it out. So, it's gonna look something like this, and you need to imagine on the tip of the point a sphere, and when it pushes against the wall, the whole gun pushes back like a spring actually. See? At the end it looks something like this. You have to tweak the values a lot in order to get it to look right, of course. Yeah, that's the tutorial. Now you know how to prevent weapon clipping the simple way.